Hello and welcome on the Blade Break channel. Today we will be testing the Iyslander deck list. This is the deck list used by Levi Rauch on the last Battle Hardened Columbus. He went third with that deck, so we will be testing that out today. I will be of course posting the deck list in the description below, but you can also check the deck on the official site of Flesh and Blood if you want as well. So yeah, have a nice time guys watching the games, and please do let me know if you've liked the video. Please comment on any misplays I've made, maybe time tag them, discuss the different lineups. I will be glad to learn. I am just starting with the deck, so I will make some mistakes for sure. So yeah, let's go into the games. Our first game will be against Lexi, and for Lexi we want to use the Tunic and the Iron Heights, as well as we want to leave the CNCs in the main. Because of the arsenal, of course, we will be leaving the blizzards and oases. So this will be a fast matchup. We will have to play a tempo game. That's why maybe we can get rid of some of the frost hexes as well as the chills. And yeah, maybe the amulets as well. And we will start the game. So our opponent will be going first, which is unfortunate. We'll wish them good luck, have fun, and see what can we do. I guess I could get rid of Ice Eternals as well. Okay, so they will load the Frostlock. So we will be attacked for 4 without go again. So potentially a combat trick in here, so we will just overblock that. I don't see why not to get tricked. We just want to avoid the lightning presses, potentially turning off, pitching those. So now I guess we can kinda establish the channel lake and leave the frost hex for the arsenal. It's an early frost hex, so maybe during the game it will do some damage over the course of the game. That's why we will be playing that and maybe using the moon just to try to utilize that each turn and maintain the pressure, or just keep up with the race a bit. I could have played this one the other way around, so I could have played the frost hex and leave the channel in the arsenal, and that would be a better play, I guess, because it would stick for potentially 2 turns, not only 1. But yeah, let's put that into the arsenal and let's see. So now we have CNC, so we kinda can block with the Ice Bolt to reply with the CNC. So now they will dominate an attack, and maybe we can play that in response. This is a bit a kinda slow play, all of that, so maybe that was a mistake not to use the channel in the arsenal. Maybe it would surprise them a bit and give us a better next turn, because we could play CNC, maintain the channel, and yeah. So I guess playing the other way around would be much better. But yeah, we are just started playing with the deck, and guess we have a lot to learn. So now they will play the Polar Blast and we will not pay for it. And let's see what dominated attack they will throw at us. And they will be ending the turn, which is fine, I guess. We can even throw that into arsenal. I know it's clunky, but maybe we can then, or we can maintain the channel by a proper pitch and force some blocks. Maybe that's the lineup. Our opponent is playing kinda slow, and since we are Iyslander, this will be a long game, so because of that even longer. Okay, so that was just a lag. Then we will play the CNC, maintaining the channel on the board. So now they either lose the arsenal and take damage, or they will have to block that, and the turn will be much harder for them because of the channel in play. So yeah, they took the damage, and now we will just end the turn maintaining the channel. With channel on board, using the tunic does nothing, I guess. So yeah. They could just pay 2 for the dealer and had the resource on tunic for the next turns. So yeah, now if this hits, we will get a frostbite, and we kinda can. What we want to do with our turn is to I can pitch for that, so maybe we want to block with the crown, play that fused and end up with arsenal. So yeah, we will just block d5, hope they do not have any tricks. Yeah, and now we will play the ice vein fused, leaving the channel in the arsenal. Yeah, so let's go. And they are playing no barrier at all, meaning this will hit and they will have to pay or discard. I guess they shouldn't take the crown, or if they took the crown they should block the CNC, the first one. So now they are using Lexi, so we will play, undo that, we will play the channel, making their life a bit harder. And basically what they can do now is potentially play one attack. Hopefully we can block that and respond with the wand. Then on our turn, oh, we cannot use the coronet. Yeah, so maybe let's, undo that. Let's take the resource and use the wand. So 3 arcane damage. Yep. Yeah. So they drew. Wonder if this will be fused. So we won't block that. If it's not fused. So we will just use that one. Now I guess we kinda wanna arsenal the cold snap to be able to use to block the arsenal, or they have to pay. This this is kinda costly. And we will draw, maybe push some tempo out of that, because it will be an easily from one blue, a wand and that, and a card, easier blocks, maybe leaving some damage cards on the hand. Now I'm kinda glad I arsenaled the cold snap. Yeah, so we will play that one. And the moon. Now we can block with one of those cards. They paid to be able to play from the arsenal, because they kinda have to. So now they will have to pay 2 for that one, 1 for the dev dealer, so it's a free resources, and something for the arrow, so they kinda have to have a good hand. And we will be having frostbite, meaning to play anything we need to have free card hand, so maybe we will block with free card and just arsenal the hypothermia. But we will not be able to do that, so they kind of force us to reply with damage. Shame we cannot fuse that one. Let's see what attack will they present. They had the red card, which is good, and they will be playing the bolt. And since it's fused, it will have dominate, so we will get another frostbite, meaning we kinda won't be able to play anything, which is a shame. And since that happens, I am keen on just blocking like that and maybe wait out our turn. Yeah, that's kind of what we have to do now. So arsenal that one, and let's see. They are using Lexi. We will be getting another frostbite. And maybe another 4. So this kinda makes me wanna do this. It's a risky one, I know, but basically the cards will not be able to have go again unless those are natural ones, and there are not many natural arrows with go again. I guess none. So we kinda need to force block one attack with the CNC, arsenal the frosting, and pass the turn. Yep. So another blizzard bolt. Good that we can play on their turn. We don't have to play on our turn, because we are a wizard or sorceress or whatever you want to call her. So yeah, they refused 5 frostbites. I wish I could create so much frostbites. So let's just broke free. We won't be playing that anyway. So maybe it's better to prevent some damage. Arsenal and do the thing on their turn. Of course they will bump that, yeah. They kinda have to. We are just looking for like bringing them down to like less than 10. Maybe then we will do some shenanigans with the Striders. We will see. Since they have 0 arcane barrier, I guess 8 HP is the breakpoint for us now. So we need just 10 more damage and then a proper hand to do the trick. So maybe now we can sigil, fusing it, after that play the frosting and the okay, that's kinda bad, but it's costly. And they will be ending the turn. Okay. This does not have go again. So we will play that. And then we will take that. Yeah. And use that one with this one. I'm leaving the sigil because this can give us combo with the boots to create some frosties as well and potentially make more damage. Yeah, that's fine. They will be having frostbite, so another one, so it will be 13. And slow and steady, we are going close to the break point. Now they end the turn. We will attack with the Ice Bolt and arsenal the Sigil. So that's another 5, which will bring them to the magical number of 8, if needs be, but this kinda prevents us from playing Moon. Of course, if we have resources to use the boots and then do the trick, we can also use the Moon. But we will need like 2 or 3 blues to do that. So yeah. Okay, they used the Spell Void. So they are afraid of that breakpoint, I guess. They are mindful. Okay. So now it's a 3. And a 3, and that's 6, and 3, that's 9. We do not kill them yet. If we took the Metacarpus, we would be able to kill them, but okay, so a discard mechanic. And they are fusing, meaning we will have to pay, and the hit will be a big one. We will pay, because we kinda want to not block that. So if it hits, we will pay another one. And on our turn we will just play the bolt and the stuff, and that's just fine. And then we will seek the last turn with the boots. Yeah, I want to pay 1, that's fine. So now we will be playing the bolt and the stuff, another 5 damage. And just now we want to play the boots, the Sigil, fusing that and that one. They will give us the Frostbite. So now what we need, this is for boots. I mean, this is for boots. 1 will stay. We will pay 1 to do that, fuse that. And we will be able to pay for the inner hail, giving them 4 frostbites, and that will basically kill them. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. So we will not be paying, of course, for that one. That's chill. That's also chill. Let's hope they do not fuse. Or we can reply. We can't reply to the fusion. I mean, we kinda can. We do not need those shenanigans. We just need the hail and the stuff. Why I am so stupid? I'm trying to be fancy, I guess. I'm trying to be fancy. So let's break the boots. Pay for that one. Choose an instant. Deal with that. And let's go home. So I just tried to be too fancy, I guess. So yeah, that was a good game. This was rather controlly. Controlly, let's give them a good game. Controlly type of the Lexi. That's why we were able to kind of play that slow and nicely. They of course did not bring any barrier, which was which made that kind of too easy, I guess. But if it would be more aggressive, go wide deck with the lightning attacks, not the frostbite attacks, maybe it would be much harder. So yeah, let's go for the next game now. Next up we will be facing Dash, and for Dash we want to use the Tunic and maybe the notes for the race. We will get rid of CNCs, the one of the amulets, one of the maybe two of the insidious chills, leave the free blocks, and yeah, let's start the game. So let's see if they will be playing the chamber with the pistol or start with the tackle pounder. They starting with the pounder. So what we want to do in here is kinda stay defensive, block out the pounder turns, maybe disrupt a bit. The core is unfortunate. Let's see the barrier, they are playing free barrier. So now what we kinda want to do is use the freezing point. Maybe the waning moon to start the race. Let's see if they want to give us any cards from the hand or not yet. Not yet, so that's great. We will arsenal that one. Let's hope they will not start with the arsenal, so we can reply with the cold snap. Let's try to maintain the channel. So they are starting with throttle, and I guess I will be playing the cold snap to keep that arsenal in check or make them spend resources. That's an unfortunate draw right now. But we can use that for hail and a staff, and we can maintain the channel and block with the other hail. So a 6. I am afraid of a courier next, so maybe, but let's say we block the 3 and take the 3. Let's give them the choice. Let's hope that they do not have. Okay, so they've blocked the 2, so maybe one more attack incoming our way. We will be taking 3 in here. And next turn we will play the hail with the moon and arsenal the channel, unless they come up with some significant damage, and we will just then have to block, which would be awkward. We do not want the arsenal that, and blocking 6 like that and be left with sigil is a weak play. So yeah, maybe let's just, I was refreshing the page because yeah, I was not sure if the game got stuck. So high speed impact, so that's Okay, they undid the action because they have a frostbite now, so that's just great for us. I say that's just great. And yeah, I'm not sure if the site is crashing right now, because no. Yeah, that's fine. So now we will do the hail, followed up by the let's see if they take the damage or give us some of their hands. So they prevented 2, and let's see if they take the 4. Okay, so they prevented 3 of that. So we will end the turn, arsenal the channel, and let's see what we get. So we have a high-speed impact. We kinda wanna play that, and pay with the sigil, and we can play the oasis. So now we will do that. This will get pumped if they boost. Yeah, they've boosted. So now we can play the respite. Prevent 4 of that, take 2. And basically the choice is if we want to keep the channel or make the damage, and I guess we will be keeping the channel for the next turn, and arsenal the Winter's Bite to be able to cripple their next turn. So now we will use the crown with the chill, target the opponent. They will have to pay for that one, so 1 less card to worry about. Okay, so they discarded. Now we will arsenal, keeping the channel in play, and yeah, for the next turn we have the ice vein fused and hypothermia in the arsenal. Now we can block with the sink and use Winter's Bite to stop the turn a bit. So now we will use the Winter's Bite. No, undo that. Or maybe they will pay the 1, so it still takes the resources, I guess. And they will have to pay for the frostbite and the channel, so they will not be able to do much this turn. That's fine. So yeah, they've played, and this will be boosted. We will reply with the sink, and we will not sink anything. And potentially we would take like 5 more damage this turn. If those would be 2 ices, I could have synced and look for the other ice to play the ice vein and the moon to keep the channel alive for the next turn. So making some damage, taking their hand, and be left with most of our hand for the next turn to do even more damage and so on. But that was risky. If I drew into the red one, we would have Ice Vein with like no ice card. We would have Ice Vein without a fuse. So I do not want to take that risk. So now this will be only pistol for 2, which is fine. And they do not have the Teklo Pounder now. One of the Octanes are gone. And yeah, and they've made 8 damage with the Teklo. So not a significant amount. Waiting for them to choose an instant. So this is going not so bad for now. Yeah, they just loaded that and couldn't attack because of the channel. So 6 damage for now with the Tekla Pounder gone. So we want to reply with the Ice Vein and make them take some damage and take some cards of the hand out of the hand, which is just great. So they prevented 3 of that, and now they have to pay or discard, and they've discarded Chamber. Okay, so that's also neat. So we will Arsenal and go for the next turn. If they decide to boost, we can play the Hypothermia. So let's first give them the chance to boost. They've boosted. Now we can block for free, play the Hypothermia and the Wand, and on our turn we can... So maybe that's even a bigger block now. No, because we can use the crown on our turn, so let's block for free. Use the Hypothermia to prevent the pistol and enable the stuff. And on our turn we will be playing the Coronet Peak. Okay, so opponent just straight out conceded, so that's a GG. They were losing the tempo. They've kind of got rid of the chamber, so the control play was not in their plan, but the pounder was gone. They did not enough damage, and we were slowly chipping in with the arcanes. So yeah, potentially, of course, they could have won, so that was premature concede, but yeah, let's take it and look for another game. For our last game of the day, we will be facing Briar, and opponent will choose to go first. For that one, we will use the Gauntlet and Tunic. We will get rid of CNCs, and we will get rid of maybe some of the setup plays, and yeah, let's wish them good luck, have fun, and start the game. So with the Briar matchup, we want to play the tempo game, so try to stay in the race and maybe stop their turns with the CMH. Try to make them inconvenient, so it would be good to have some kind of disruption at this moment, like Ice Veins and so on. But or established amulets or insidious chills. So they are just straight out 7 damage, and we will block, let's say, the 7. We want to have some damage, as mentioned. We want to stay in the race. They brought AB3 for that matchup, so it's good to maybe arsenal the chills for later disruption. So yeah, we will start with the hail, followed by the moon, or the other way around if you look at the stack. So they take 2, potentially additional 4 to have a nice turn of their own, which makes me kinda scared and want to arsenal the frosting now instead of the chill to have more resources available. But yeah, we can now play the chill, block 6 and arsenal the channel lake for the next turn. We could have considered the Constellas for that matchup to be true. They whiffed? No. 2 arcane coming our way. We will not prevent the arcane in that regard. So Snatch and Rubble were added to the hand. Snatch would be free either way, and they will play the Snatch now, I guess. Okay, so they are playing the Promise of Plenty, and they have the Snatch and the Rubble. So we will be need to let the we need to block like that. Let's hope it's not a 4, but yeah, we'll need to let the 4 in and potentially a Rosetta. And that stuff. Yeah, we could have played that, but it didn't even matter because of the resources they had. So we can play that in our turn as well. Now the hand is kinda awkward again. So yeah, let's play that one. Let's see if it's 4 or 2. We can arsenal the Ice Vein, block with that one. We won't be able to maintain the channel, which is kinda bad. This game is not going our way at all. So yeah, let's prevent 4, get 1. and they are finalizing with the erase phase. So now let's block 3, take maybe 3 to leave the ice vein for the arsenal for the next turn to play, and maybe then grab the hand of theirs. So yeah, let's just arsenal that. It's a shame that it wasn't like a blue to keep up the channel. So now they are playing Sonata. And they took the E strike. That's force of nature. So maybe we need to use the boots right now, or maybe after the first attack. Let's see. Let's see how we wanna go about it. We can take the tunic resource to de-react, fusing, and then yeah. So let's take the tunic, and now we can de-react to that. Okay. So let's pass in here. They potentially have the press, so we'll fuse. Let's see what they are going to do about it. Not much really. At least not yet. Let's see what happens next. They have the E strike, of course, in the hand. But they decided to go with the Rosetta, so we will prevent 0 and use that one to block. They were afraid that we will play some damage maybe. So now let's use the Ice Vein. Paying for that and fusing. So now they have to pay 2 or discard, and on hit pay 2 or discard. So they've discarded a card. Now it's 5 arcane and the same effect. That's nice. let's see how it goes. So they've discarded yet again, so now we will just arsenal. And we have the same combo, so it's not even worth playing that now, I guess. We have the same combo to do the next turn, so for now we can try to prevent as much damage as we can. Nothing to be changed in here. We can even block with crown to mitigate some of the damage as well. Unless it's a psychological damage. So it will be a 7 or draw. In that case we will let that in. To maybe have the crown for some on hits. And now let's do the very same thing again. So they discarded a card. Now let's see if they take the damage. This was our second ice vein. So we have one still. They took the damage and they've discarded the card, so now we will just end the turn. So now we will play the cold snap. They can of course press it. If the press, they cannot press it now, so we can just block free, I guess. This gives us 6 damage, those give us 5. So maybe let's block with the freezing point. And use the waning moon. They can have something in the arsenal, but they shouldn't be able to play that anyway. So now what we want to do is maybe play the hail and the moon, or we can undo that and play the hail from the tunic and have the blue in the arsenal. But maybe this will scare them a bit and they will start preventing the arcane. Not really. So yeah, so now we will just arsenal. We can play that from tunic. So this is the channel, and I guess that's fine. So I go again attack. I am thinking about okay, they will have attack for 0. And now we kinda want to use, we would not be able to use anything from that. So maybe we want to play all that now. It would be 5 and 8. This is really bad. Let's take the resource, I guess, to block 5 out of that damage. Let's see what they do next. Maybe the respite will follow. So F4. Yeah, the execute kind of messed that up. But what can we do? Now we will play the ice bolt. And a waning moon. So that will be 7. And we can see if we can draw into something meaningful next turn. And hopefully they will not have another exude. So we have 2D reacts. So we can play that now and see what happens. Have the autumn stage, so they will be able to maintain the mountain. They play with earth, giving them go again for the Rosetta. So it will be just a Rosetta. And that's fine, I guess, because now we can play Waning Moon. And maybe they cannot prevent all of that. Block with the tunic previously kills us. Now we would be able to do 7 again, so they've prevented that. So now let's try to cripple their hands. They can potentially prevent 3 out of that, so 2 will go in, leaving them at 5, potentially giving us the ability to kill with Striders and the Moon. So they are playing the Nimblism. And now they are deciding what to do. Overload. So potentially there is a blue one there. And we did not find the so we can deal 2 and another 3 and this will kill us. Or we can deal yeah, we just cannot. Shame that we didn't find any damage spell, because now we would be able to kill them potentially with a 5 damage spell and the Waning Moon. But now it's kinda shame. I do not see the lineup. Yeah, that's just game. So the best we could do was to play Ice Eternal Fused, but we had to pay for the boots, so we would be able to create 2 Frostbites, deal 2 Arcane, followed up by the 3 Arcane from the Waning Moon, which will be 5, and they still have 1 card in hand, so that's just not enough. If this was not dominated, then again I would be blocking it out and arsenaling a card and wait for the next turn, but they had to draw into the dominate. So yeah, that's GG, mate. GG. Yeah, so a good game anyway, close one. We were just not able to push through in the end. But that's a wrap up for a day. Thank you for watching, everybody, and please remember to let me know if you've liked the video with the thumbs up, and maybe subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel. This will help me a lot, especially that we are only starting the channel. So thank you guys, and have a nice day or good evening, depending at what time you are watching, and cheers. We will be of course posting next videos with the Iyslander, and then move on to some different decks like Fi or maybe Oldhim to check the meta, test out the decks, especially before national season. So thank you yet again, and bye.